does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Now here's Oubre. Lee passes to Terry. Ford with the steal. Here's Ellis. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Ellis has got his first basket. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce, Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
Freak dishes to Ford, and Doherty kicks to Freak. Feeds it to Ford. Pass to Doherty. Texas moving it around. Now here's Freak, covered by Lee. Here's Castillo. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. And we've seen Durant go on and do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Platoon swap here for Kansas. Longhorns leading by 4. The 10-footer. Good, he hits the jump shot. Freak's got 6 points. And so here's Kansas. Now here's Williams. There's a good screen. On the wing, Daniels. Outside Williams. Calderon has the open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Calderon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Frazier, and it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. It's Williams with the drive. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And it's Freak missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
With the Texas Longhorn program, they've had a lot of NBA talent through the years, Greg, Durant being the biggest name, but there are plenty.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is not far behind in terms of his impact. Tristan Thompson, DJ Augustine, Avery Bradley. Been a lot of great Longhorns to play in our league.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
And some changes here for Texas. Ford's checked in, and it's up. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Castillo, he's in at point guard. Also, Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Doherty. And it's Ford in at the power forward. And for Kansas, we've got Oubre, and it's Gaines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
Lee kicks it to Gaines. Back to Lee. Pass to Duncan. There's the screen. And Turner with the block.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
You know, that's hard to explain, that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Hudson's checked in for the Longhorns. Kansas also making some changes. Dedmon's checked in, and it's Jenkins in for Duncan.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Well, on the topic of Wilt Chamberlain's draft was under that territorial right, which was why he wasn't first overall. But if you add him to the list, that would make 3 total Jayhawks taken #1, Greg.
Yeah, along with Danny Manning and also Andrew Wiggins being the overall #1 selection. I mean, the Jayhawks have had a ton of talent, though, in the lottery over the course of their history. This school has produced just tremendous talent year in and year out.
Like Paul Pierce. Here's Gaines. And the Jayhawks again can't hit.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
A big group substitution here for Kansas. Longhorns leading by 6.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete. Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Castillo in a 2-guard. Davis is out there with Hudson. Then there's Edwards. And it's Rush in at the 3 spot. Freak kicks to Rush. He dishes it to Hudson. To the paint. Here's Castillo. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Some firepower, Clark, from his offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
Now here's Freak. It's tipped. They get it back, and that one's good. Kansas trails by 4. Some changes for Kansas. It's checked in for Texas. Kansas also making some changes. Calderon's checked in, and Daniels subbed in for Lee. Duncan kicks to Daniels. Here is Gaines. Turner covering. The offensive rebound. Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they start